this picture is the greatest financial picture out there. You talk to any practitioner, any of us master mentors, executive coaches, we would still be able to do our business without this picture, but we wouldn't really want to. And keep in mind, I'm talking about I've got a degree in mathematics. I'm a certified financial planner. I'm a wealth management certified professional. I've got like 14 letters behind my name. Okay. I'm talking about somebody who is duly licensed as a CPA and a CFP. I'm talking about somebody who works exclusively with dental practices. Advisors who are very, very high level. Okay. People who have clients with real estate portfolios that are massive, business owners who have multiple operations. They're using the personal economic model as a way to have a common understanding as far as what we're trying to achieve with a strategy before we get into the technical aspects, the tactics of how do we make these things happen. So, as practitioners, we have a tendency to want to overcomplicate and think that we, um, I hear what you're saying. Like, this is too simple for somebody who is sophisticated and complex. Well, people are only sophisticated and complex until you find out, like, they don't know what IRMA is. I mean, that's a great example. Okay. They step over things and they are trying to, it's like doing tax planning without having any consideration on what that means to the rest of their wealth picture. Okay. It's letting the tax tail wag the money dog. I mean, what's the easiest way to pay no tax? Put it in a checking account that earns you absolutely no interest. Okay. That's going to give you a better tax outcome than investing in a taxable brokerage account. But at the end of the day, what's more important, paying less tax or having more money that you can use and spend? So let's keep the priorities in mind. I always start with the PEM. I show this to everybody. If they are trying to tell me that this is too simple and they're more advanced than this, that's a great red flag for me to say this is not somebody who I want to work with. I'm not showing them this and trying to only talk about here. I'm in this picture for maybe 10 or 15 minutes in the beginning. Okay. It's just to have them understand where the different tanks lie and how money moves and some of the different considerations that we're going to have as we talk about the intricacies of what happens inside of each of these tanks. But I do that so that in the future, when we're talking about annuities or life insurance or loans from the life insurance company to fund their business operations and how that's going to filter back through and when they have the decisions of whether to pay more premium to the life insurance policy or pay interest to the life insurance company. Now I'm going to be using this picture for them specifically to have those conversations so that I can always harken back to what we start out laying the foundation, and then we can get into the nuances inside of that. So I learned a number of years ago to actually make it more simple, go through that with clients that want to have that big picture overview. Because to be honest, if they're a tactician or, I mean, if they're a business owner and they have many business entities, they shouldn't be spending their time getting into the nitty gritty and understanding all the intricate little strategies and things and that you're going to be implementing and bringing to them. Okay. Because if they're doing that, they're not spending their time with their most valuable asset, which is their businesses. That's how they got all their money. Okay. If for me, I want to work with people who understand the value of their time is doing what they do best to make money. I want to go through this picture, have them understand that when I'm making decisions and we're talking about individual pieces inside of these tanks, it's going to be culminating and adding to the whole picture. So I never skip this step. I show this to everybody. I don't care how sophisticated they are, CEO, business owner, ultra high net worth client. They all appreciate the value of making sure that we start here. As we go through time, we can revisit this to help understand and explain concepts. And having a simple picture like this to be able to talk with and draw on and I mean, Zepka does a great job with his business owners of coming in here and talking about how we're going to fill up the tank in your business. We're going to have money spit out here of business income. We're going to use section 235 XYZ to pay your expenses and accelerate depreciation and bonus caption, all that fun stuff that I don't take time to learn because that's not my expertise, but that's him. We're going to do all that stuff so that less of it actually hits your tax filter. We have more that we can pump up over into here to build up more money in your, tanks for you. And then we're going to come back into here. We're going to turn this into your private reserve. Cash value life insurance. We're going to fill this sucker up, which means we're going to then be able to have some money out here to invest for an opportunity and borrow money from the insurance company using your cash position as collateral. And then it's going to come to you. It's going to flow out of here. And actually, because it's tax advantage, we're going to be able to take this money and actually put it right back here, dump it into your business for business operations. And oh yeah, because it's coming from a business and you itemize your taxes. Now, I wouldn't say this, but Matt is a CPA, so he can say this. Because you're going to be using it for business, we'll be able to deduct that interest you're paying to the insurance company, and now we have more money to fund your business. So being able to do that and just draw on the picture and be able to talk through, because you're the expert, the client's not the expert. Having a simple picture like this to be able to have those higher level conversations. So the great thing about this is you can have super high level conversations, but you can also get into the weeds if you actually know those weeds. This is not a PowerPoint. This is not a canned presentation that is designed for advisors to be able to go out and just read along with like scripting and notes. Like this is an interactive piece of software and a visual that you can use to elevate your conversations and allow you to demonstrate your expertise. So it's a very simple visual, but it's very powerful. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the background that you can pull out and demonstrate if you are that talented. That's what I would say to that question.